To meet the president's deadline for closing Guantanamo, there has been a rush during the past 2 months to transfer as many detainees as possible to their home countries or to a third country that would accept them. On September 26, the administration announced that a detainee named Ala Ali bin Ali Ahmad was transferred to Yemen. The announcement did not reveal the terms of his transfer, but said the United States has coordinated with the Yemeni government to ensure that the transfer took place under, quote, appropriate security measures. There is an ongoing and very real concern about detainees returning to terrorism. According to data from the Department of Defense, at least 15% of former Guantanamo detainees have returned to terrorist activities. The 15% that have returned to terrorism following release were merely those detainees who were perceived to be low security risk. That's why they were released years ago. The detainees pending release now are the worst of the worst. Their recidivism rate may be much higher than 15%. If these detainees are to be transferred, they should go only to governments that are willing and able to try, detain, and rehabilitate or monitor them. Yemen does not meet that standard. An economic crisis, domestic security challenges, and Islamic terrorism are right now threatening to overwhelm the Yemeni government. The FBI director recently highlighted Yemen as an area of persistent al-Qaeda activity. Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula openly advertises their intent to attack the United States and our overseas interests, and is able to work in relative freedom in Yemen. Counterterrorism measures in Saudi Arabia have forced extremists to seek refuge abroad, and many have relocated to Yemen's ungoverned areas. Known al-Qaeda terrorists, including USS Cole bombers, have escaped from prison in Yemen to return to terrorism. The Christian Science Monitor reported last month of the rising threat to Saudi Arabia from the deteriorating security situation in Yemen. Saudi police prevented a bomb attack on October 13, and one of the perpetrators was a former Guantanamo detainee who entered the country from Yemen. The bottom line is that terrorist detainees should not be sent to Yemen, where al-Qaeda operates freely and the government appears unable to control their actions and movements. Reuters has reported that the Obama administration has already cleared 75 of the remaining detainees for transfer abroad, and that includes 26 detainees from Yemen. Based on what we know, this administration is planning to send more, perhaps many more detainees to this lawless country, increasing the risk of future terrorist attacks on Americans. The administration should immediately terminate the return of detainees to Yemen, and the congressional committees of jurisdiction should investigate and demand a full justification. The release of any detainee to Yemen represents a potentially dangerous threat to the United States and U.S. citizens, both military and civilian. As of now, the administration has gone down a dangerous road, and Congress is idly allowing them to make these misguided decisions. I yield back to balance my